David Brenner was one of the most influential stand-up comedians of the late 20th century. Known for his observational humor, sharp wit, and relaxed storytelling style, Brenner helped shape modern stand-up comedy. He appeared more than 150 times on television talk shows and became one of the most frequent guests in late-night TV history. Throughout his career, Brenner entertained audiences with humorous insights about everyday life, relationships, politics, and society. His career spanned more than 4 decades, and his influence reached generations of comedians who followed in his footsteps. Early life. David Norris Brenner was born on February 4, 1936, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States. He grew up in a working-class Jewish family. His father, Louis Brenner, was a vaudeville performer, singer, and comedian who worked in nightclubs and theaters. From a young age, David was exposed to entertainment and comedy through his father's performances. Brenner attended West Philadelphia High School and later studied at Temple University. While he initially pursued education in mass communication and broadcasting, he soon discovered that he had a strong passion for storytelling and performing. During his early years, Brenner worked as a documentary filmmaker and television writer, producing several films that were broadcast on public television. These early experiences helped him develop the narrative style that later became his trademark in stand-up comedy. Transition into comedy. Although Brenner had success working behind the camera, he eventually realized that he wanted to perform on stage. In the late 1960s, he began performing stand-up comedy in New York City clubs. His comedy style was different from many comedians of the time. Instead of relying on punchlines or one-liners, Brenner focused on observational humor, talking about everyday experiences such as family life, dating, work, and social issues. His delivery felt natural, conversational, and relatable. Audiences quickly connected with his humor because it reflected real-life situations that everyone could understand. Breakthrough on television. David Brenner's big breakthrough came in 1971 when he appeared on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. His performance was a huge success, and he received an enthusiastic response from the audience and host. Johnny Carson was impressed with Brenner's talent and invited him back many times. Over the years, Brenner appeared on the show more than 150 times, making him one of the most frequent guests in the program's history. These appearances brought him national recognition and made him a household name across the United States. Comedy style and influence. Brenner's comedy was based on observation and storytelling. Instead of focusing on exaggerated jokes, he discussed ordinary life situations in a humorous way. His topics included marriage and relationships, everyday frustrations, social habits, politics and current events, human behavior. His relaxed style made audiences feel like they were listening to a funny friend rather than watching a performer delivering scripted jokes. Many modern comedians credit Brenner as one of the pioneers of observational stand-up comedy, a style later popularized by other famous comedians. Television and media career. In addition to performing on The Tonight Show, Brenner appeared on many other television programs including The Late Show with David Letterman, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, The Ed Sullivan Show. He also hosted his own talk show called Nightlife during the 1980s. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Brenner was considered one of the most recognizable faces in American comedy television. Writing and books. Besides performing stand-up comedy, Brenner was also a talented writer. He wrote several books based on humor and observations about life. His books combine storytelling, comedy, and social commentary. Some of his notable books include Soft Pretzels with Mustard, Nobody Ever Sees You Eat Tuna Fish, I Think There's a Terrorist in My Soup. These books reflected his comedic personality and allowed readers to experience his humor outside the stage. Documentary filmmaking. Before becoming famous as a comedian, Brenner worked as a documentary filmmaker. He produced over 100 documentary films for public television. His documentaries often explored serious topics such as social issues, politics, and culture. One of his documentaries even received an Emmy Award nomination. This background in documentary storytelling helped Brenner develop a unique perspective on human behavior, which later influenced his comedy. Personal life. David Brenner experienced both success and challenges throughout his life. Like many performers, he dealt with the pressures of fame and the difficulties of maintaining a personal life while traveling and performing. He was married 3 times and had 3 children. Despite his busy career, Brenner remained devoted to his family and often used family experiences as material for his comedy routines. Brenner also maintained strong connections to his hometown of Philadelphia and frequently spoke about his childhood experiences there. Later career. Even in his later years, Brenner continued performing stand-up comedy across the United States. His performances remained energetic and insightful, and audiences continued to appreciate his intelligent humor. He also appeared in radio shows, television interviews, and comedy specials, sharing stories from his long career in entertainment. Brenner believed that comedy was a powerful tool that could help people deal with stress, social problems, and everyday frustrations. Death. David Brenner passed away on March 15, 2014, at the age of 78. He died at his home in New York City after a long battle with cancer. News of his death was widely reported in the media, and many comedians, television hosts, and fans paid tribute to him. Fellow comedians praised Brenner for his originality, kindness, and influence on modern stand-up comedy. His passing marked the end of an era in American comedy, but his work continues to inspire comedians today. Legacy. David Brenner's legacy in comedy is significant. He helped define the style of observational comedy that later became popular worldwide. Many comedians credit Brenner as a major influence on their careers. His relaxed stage presence, clever insights, and relatable humor helped shape the direction of stand-up comedy for future generations. Brenner also demonstrated that comedy could be both entertaining and thoughtful. His routines often encouraged audiences to think about life, society, and human nature. Today, he is remembered as one of the pioneers who helped transform stand-up comedy into a respected art form. Best quotes by David Brenner. Here are some of David Brenner's most memorable quotes. 1. Laughter is the most powerful weapon you can use to survive life. 2. The difference between comedy and tragedy is timing. 3. Comedy is simply a funny way of being serious. 4. Life is filled with absurd moments, comedians simply point them out. 5. If you can laugh at life, you can survive anything. 6. Humor is a way of looking at the world without fear. 7. People don't laugh at jokes. They laugh at truth. Conclusion. David Brenner's life was a remarkable journey from a young storyteller in Philadelphia to one of the most recognizable comedians in America. His observational humor, thoughtful commentary, and natural storytelling made him a unique voice in the world of comedy. Although he passed away in 2014,